Okay, so today we're going to go over the IXL lesson on solving one-step multiplication and division equations with decimals, fractions, and whole numbers. So I'm going to start off with the ones in the beginning. They should start off easy and then kind of get harder as you go. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. The first one says solve for V, and the equation is 3/10 times 7 equals V. Now, since V is already by itself, we don't really have to move anything around here. So really, it's just a matter of multiplying. So we're going to go over here. We're going to 0.3 times 7. And then 3 times 7 is 21. And you would carry the 2. So you would carry the 2. And then you're going to do 7 times 0, which is going to be 0, plus 2, and that would be 2. Okay, so now because we multiplied by a decimal, and there's only one number before the decimal, our decimal for our number is going to go right. You're going to start at the beginning, or sorry, the end of the number. So at 21, you're going to go in 1 decimal place, which makes our answer 2.1. So we'll put the answer in. And that gives us our first points. Now, this next question, we actually do have to do some moving around to solve it. So has V divided by 1 equals 5.1. Now, as you learned in class, division can also be expressed as a fraction. So whenever you see that, the first number is going to go on top. The first number will go on top, and then the second number will go on the bottom of the fraction. So because our first number is actually V, which replaces a number, we're going to put V over 1 equals 5.1. All right, now to solve a division problem, we're going to use opposite operations like anything else. So that means actually we're going to multiply both sides by 1. Now that cancels out the 1s on this side. That leaves V by itself. And then anything times 1 is going to be whatever that number is. So 5.1 times 1 is going to be 5.1. So our answer for this one is 5.1. All right. So I'm going to jump a level just so that you guys can see some of the more difficult problems. So I'm going to jump a level here for you. This is another easy one. If you look at this problem right here, you can see that we're multiplying by 1 on this side over here. So really, because ours is already by itself, our answer is going to be 11.98, because 11.98 times 1 is going to be 11 and 98/100. Okay, so now this one is a little different than the one we did before. We're still going to be using the same process, but it's just slightly different. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to make this right here into a fraction. So the first one, which is R, goes on top. And then on the bottom is 19.7. Okay, and then that's going to be equal to 1. Now, because we are dividing by 19.7, in order for us to get R by itself, we have to get that 19.7 across that equal sign. And the only way to do that is opposite operation, which is, again, multiplication. So I'm going to do times 19.7. That cancels it out here, and I have to multiply by the same thing on the other side. Let me fix that 1 there. All right, so that means that R is going to be equal to 19.7. So we're going to go ahead and type that in here. That's going to be our 19.7. Oops. Okay. All right, so let's see if I can skip that problem. This one's another one where you're just multiplying. So 0.8 times 18. I'm going to go ahead and jump a level. All right. So, all right. This is another one where we're just having to multiply to solve it. So we're going to multiply this number right here. So if you have forgotten how to multiply with decimals, we're going to go ahead and do 1 here. 2.175 times 7. We do 5 times 7, that's 35. Carry the 3. 7 times 7 is 49 plus the 3 gives us 52. 7 times 1 is 7 plus 5 is going to give me 12. Carry the 1. And then 7 times 2 is 14 plus 1 is 15. And again, for us to figure out decimal placement, we're going to look at both the numbers we multiplied. Now, this decimal is behind the number. In other words, it's a whole number. So we don't have to worry about that. But this one goes in 3 decimal places. We're going to go in 1, 2, and 3, which makes our answer 15 and 222 thousandths. So 15 and 225 thousandths. All right. So this problem, we're going to rewrite this as a fraction again. So that's going to be C over 25.6 equals 2.5. To solve it, we're multiplying by whatever number's on the same side of that equal sign as the letter or the variable. So this is 25.6. That cancels it out over here, leaving us with C equals, and then we're going to multiply this times 25.6. All right, so let's go ahead and do that multiplication. So 25.6 times 2.5, and we're just going to multiply as if the decimals are not there to start with. So 5 times 6 is 30. You carry the 3. 5 times 5 is 25, plus 3 is 28. 5 times 2 is 10, plus 2 is 12. because we're going in now to the 2, which is in the tens place, we have to put a 0 in the ones place. All right, so now we're going to do 2 times 6 is 12. And we're going to carry the 1. 2 times 5. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 1 is 11. And then we're going to carry the 1. And then 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5. Then all we do is add these up. 0, that's going to be 10, carry the 1, that's going to be 4, and then this one is 6. Now, again, we're going to count decimal places. So this goes in 1, this goes in 1. So all together, we're going to go in 2 decimal places. So 1, 2. If we do that, that's 64.00, which is the same thing as just saying plain old 64. So we're going to put 64 right there. All right. I'm glad it gave me a fraction one. So we're going to do this fraction problem here. So it says it's got G divided by 2 and 1/6 equals 3. So the first thing really that I want to do is I'm going to take this mixed number and turn it into an improper fraction. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to say that this right here, we're going to go 2 times 6, which is 12, plus 1 is 13. So 13 goes on the top, and the 6 stays at the bottom. So really now we have G divided by 13, 6 equals 3. And then we're just going to multiply with 13, 6, because even though we have a fraction, anytime it's division and we're trying to get that G all by itself there, we are going to multiply to solve it. So this side is also going to be multiplied by 13, 6. These cancel out, leaving us with G. Okay, now if you look at this problem, really I'm going to change this to 3/1 so you can see that those are actually both able to be fractions. If we're to cross cancel, this actually makes our job easier because 3 does go into 6. We're looking here to see if anything will cancel out. 3 goes into itself once, and it goes into 6 twice. So then all you have to do is multiply straight across, straight across. So 1 times 13 is 13, and then 1 times 2 is 2. So that gives us 13 halves as our final answer. 13 halves. Okay, so that's the last problem I'm going to do for right now. If you guys need further help, as always, please do let me know. And that is the end of today's session. I hope you all have a fantastic day.